Hi everyone, I'm Needlecraft Annie. This is flosstube number 122, and yeah, I'm basically back to full health. I'm still a little bit coughing, especially in the morning, but otherwise I'm healthy again. So yay! Um, Basically, it was 3 weeks of not of having a cold, a very long one, or a kind of severe one. But now back to full health, and yeah. So that's not why you're here, but a lot of you asked in the comments and wished me well. So thank you. And yeah, it worked. I'm good again. You're here probably to see what I stitched on. So let's get started with that. I think it was kind of a good stitching week, so I'm really happy with my progress. So let me show it to you. First, let's start, as always, with my travel stitching, which basically means the project I take with me whenever I leave the house and think there might be the chance for some stitching. So mostly that's going to work. Sometimes when I'm meeting with friends or anything like that, that might happen as well. But for the most part, it's just the project I take with me to work. At the moment, that project is Sleepy Hollow by Glen & Place. This is going to be the finished piece. Last year, my goal was to finish the first row of pages, which I did. And now I first want to finish all of that border before I move on. So I show you a picture of what it looked like last time here. And this is where I got to. So as I said, just really happy with how much I did. Basically, since you saw it last, I finished the pumpkins over here, then did all this, well, the border of the border, did all those gray single stitches everywhere. I think that one was already done. But I brought it all over here with the leftover thread. I did a bit more down here. I backstitched everything on the inside. So those are gray stitches, and on the inside they are backstitched with black. I did that. I backstitched all those motifs. And then I started with the black in here to slowly do those motifs over there. I'm going to continue doing the black, moving over there, and then completing the framework basically, and then moving further down. So yeah, I'm just really happy with how much I got done. So you now can see how big the picture is going to be. I basically have to fill in all of that with the picture. And down here will be a second space surrounded by border where the backstitching, the verse is backstitched in. So down here. Yeah, and I'm really looking forward to continue stitching on this one. But I'm now off work for about a month. I still have one day left today, but afterwards I have off for a month, and I'm really excited about that. I'm going to go on some vacation and visit my parents. So probably this project will always come with me as travel project, but not sure how much I will actually be able to get done, because whenever I go on like a real vacation or visiting my parents, I do not only take my travel project with me, but other projects as well. So yeah, it might happen that I stitch on different things and not so much on this one. So during the next month, probably not as much progress on this project, but that's fine. I'm very happy with what I did this week or last week, so that works. This is stitched on a 28 count casual linen in the colorway Haunted by Pictures Plus, and I'm stitching with the cord for anchor colors. There's a conversion for Sullivan's USA and one for DMC, but it was charted in anchor colors. So with the DMC conversion and with the Sullivan's USA version, you sometimes have one color used for two symbols, because anchor has two different colors for that, but the closest conversion just converts into one color with those other brands. And Anchor is easier to get here in Germany, so of course I decided to stitch it in the Anchor colors. The needle minder is from Anchor Designs, and I will show you once more. The color is really complicated to show with this one because the fabric is a greenish blue, and green and blues are the colors most complicated to show on video and in photographs. But yeah, it's definitely greener than it's showing on video. But I'm really happy with how far I got, and hopefully today I will get a little bit more done on this project while at work, but we will see about that. I'm just really happy so far with this one. Okay, and that's my travel project. Now let's move to my oldest full coverage project, because every Monday I'm stitching on my oldest full coverage project, and also every Monday I stitch on a golden kite project, but my 3 oldest full coverage projects are all golden kites, so basically it's the same thing. The one that's actually the oldest is Colorado Mountains, as I said, by Golden Kite. This is going to be the finished piece, and I show a picture of what it looked like last time here. And this is where I got to. So because of Stitch Mania, I only did about half an hour to an hour, I'm not actually sure anymore, on this project and nothing more, but I'm still really happy with how much I got done. I'm presently stitching in this page up here, and I started to work on parked threads, I think around here. Worked my way down, stitching the parked threads everywhere they occurred in this column, and then parked them in the next. And yeah, I'm close to the bottom with all my parked threads. I think there are 2 more I still have to stitch down here, and then I move up there. But as it is the sky, there's a lot of block stitching in here. I actually cannot remember how many stitches I did, but quite a few. And so I'm really, really happy with this one. And it will get some more progress today because today is Monday. So probably today I want to do an hour on this one. So I might even get close to finishing this column with just an hour of stitching. Because it's really just a lot of block stitching and therefore fast stitching. And it's half stitches. I'm stitching this one on a 25 count even weave. I'm stitching 2 over 1 half stitch or 10 stitch. Needle minder again from Anchor Designs, and yeah, it's looking so cool, so photorealistic. I'm just really happy with that and can't wait to do more and to finally finish this piece. I started it more than 3 years ago, and I want to finish it this year. So we'll see about that. As I said, today it will get a little bit more progress, or an hour of progress. Hopefully getting close to finish that column. That would be pretty amazing. Okay, next project I stitched on was on, well, there was another project I stitched on Monday the rest of the day, but on Tuesday, I then went on to my oldest non-full coverage project, which I always stitch on Tuesdays. And at the moment, my oldest non-full coverage project is Raven Queen by Mirabilia. This is going to be the finished piece, and I'm presently stitching in this background over here. I want to finish that and that before I then start stitching on the border. So I'll show a picture of what it looked like last time here. This is where I got to. So with this one as well, instead of the whole day on Tuesday, I just stitched on it for an hour because of Stitch Mania. And I got finished all the krennic over here and did quite a bit more overall in this part of the design. And I'm close to finishing that part and then being able to move down here. I had some black thread left over, so I did do a little bit in the border just to finish off my thread. And yeah, that's that. And this one will get some more progress tomorrow because tomorrow is Tuesday once again. She is stitched on a 32 count grey linen, and I'm stitching 2 over 2 full crosses, needleminder once again, Maker Designs. And yeah, can't wait to get back to this and finally finish that part and move further down. Very exciting. And in the hour I stitched on this, I actually got a lot done. Way more than I expected to be able to stitch. But yeah, really happy with my beautiful Raven Queen. As I said, she is my oldest full coverage piece. I think I started her sometime in October 2019. 2019 was the year I actually started stitching. So she was started kind of soonish after that point. And it would be really amazing to finish her this year, which is the goal. Okay. And then let's move to the project I basically stitched from Monday to Friday as my main project, which is the project I stitched on for Flosstube-Maynia. I talked about it last time, but I'm going to repeat it once again. For Flosstube-Maynia this year, I decided to do some kind of monogamania or a Goal-Finish-Maynia. I listed all my projects. On the top of the list are those projects I think I can finish my goals the fastest, and the ones where I need the longest time are on the bottom of the list. And basically I go through that list, stitching on every project until I have finished my year-end goal, and then moving on to the next one. Last week I showed you quite a few projects where I finished my goal. Those projects get less and less because I take more and more time to actually finish them. Just because I'm getting further down the list, so the time I take to, or I need to take until I'm finished with my goal gets longer. So there are less and less projects, but as I do have my 2 bonus projects on Monday and Tuesday and my travel stitching project, I'm kind of okay with that. I thought about it for a while when I decided to do that kind of Goal-Finish-Maynia, because I was worried I wasn't able to show you a whole lot. Maybe even only one project every week, and that's just not worth it doing a video. But with those bonus stitching projects, I think I'm fine. With 4 projects every week, that's good. So I'm going to stay with that. So, okay, that was a long talk. When we talked last, I had just finished a goal, and on that Monday I did my last video. I wanted to start on the next project and get that goal finished, and I did. And the project I'm talking about was Dragon Dancer by Heaven Enough Designs. The artwork is by Anne Stokes. This is going to be the finished piece, and I think I needed more than 5,000 stitches, or 4,500. I think 4,500. Let me look it up. About 4,500 stitches. So I show you a picture of what it looked like last time here. And I finished that goal on Friday, and I'm so happy. Last time you saw this, I was stitching in this page up here. And the way I stitch this one, I go through the columns, top to bottom, left to right, pick the first color that's not yet done, and stitch it over the whole page. Before I move then on to the next one. If the color is finished on the page, but there's still a bit more in the adjacent pages, and I have still some thread left on my needle, I'm just finishing that thread before I move on to the next color. So you can kind of clearly see this page break over here, and down here in page 4 is finished. And I then moved into page, I think it's 14, I'm not actually sure. I moved into this page down here to keep those diagonal pages, and started stitching over here. And one of the first colors was a gray that got me into stitching the dragon. It's only a tiny part, but I started stitching on that. So basically, those 2 things over here are, yeah. those appear. So you can't really see it that clearly on the cover page, but you will see it clearly on the stitch design, and I'm just so happy that I finally get to stitch a little bit on the dragon. And with finishing that page, I will have done more on the dragon, and also I will have done background around the dragon, so it really looks like a finished picture in that part, and the dragon is in there. Because so far it's all this blurry background, and yeah, I did a little bit of the dragon down here as well, but again, not super exciting because it's just a few confetti stitches in there, and I can't wait to get out of this blurry background and into the actual picture of the design, because I really am in love with that and just can't wait to stitch on it. So yeah, really exciting. And also over here, you can see over here, the colors don't translate that well. They are super bright pinks and reds, especially over here. They are dark pinks and purples and really dark reds. And moving over there, they get less and less bright. There's a lot more of a blue tint and getting into the bluish part, which is really exciting because I'm moving along over here into the blue sky. I think I stitched, or the page break is around here. So yeah, that's exciting. I'm really happy. It's a lot of stitches done, obviously, for more than 4,500 stitches. That makes for some good progress. And I'm just really excited about it. This is stitched on a 32 count Zweigert linen, and I'm stitching 2 over 1 10 stitch with this one. And yeah, it's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Can't wait to get back to it, but I will only get back to it whenever I have finished all of my year-end goals. And there are still quite a few left over, and those that are left over have huge amounts of stitch counts still to do. So for example, Colorado Mountains, I think I need still more than 23,000 stitches to finish my year goal on that one. That's quite a bit. So we will see. But this was my Dragon Lancer, and I'm very happy to have finished my year goal on him. And yeah, was able to move on to my next project. But before I did move on to my next Stitch Mania project, there was one other project I needed to stitch on, because this project had its 3rd birthday. So it turned 3 years old, and to celebrate that day, I stitched on it for, I think, close to an hour. The project that had its birthday on Friday, so on the 13th of May, is the Chimney Sweep by Golden Kite. This is going to be the finished piece. And with this one, I'm stitching Extreme Cross Country, picking my colors from the top left corner, and then finishing that color over the whole design. And with this less than an hour of stitching I did on Friday, I actually finished my next color. So next time I come back to this one, I will pick another color. But the color I'm going to pick is from around here. So I think it will be another off-white color. But let me show you a picture of what it looked like last time here. And this is where I got to, so you probably don't see anything. I did stitch only in this bottom part of the design. I think quite a few stitches in here and over here, but I'm pretty sure you're not seeing any difference, and that's fine. This is stitched on 25 count light blue even weave. I'm stitching 2 over 110 stitch, needleminder from Denker Designs. And as I said, next time I'm stitching on this one, I pick my next color, which will be up in here, and then finish that color over the whole design. Yeah. But slowly but surely, especially up in this part, you can see where the building is gonna be and a little bit how the building is going to look. Because slowly but surely I have finished all the background up here. So yeah, that's that. About close to an hour of stitching and a bit more than 100 stitches done to finish off the next color. Very happy about that. And with this one as well, can't wait to get back to it. But there are a few projects before this one on the list because I still need 7,000 stitches on this one to finish my year goal. So 7,000 stitches still left on this goal means I will need to stitch a lot more on this one. But I might also get to some more exciting colors and maybe some grays and darker grays, especially to finally be able to see something more in the whole piece. That's the hope. Okay, and then on Saturday I started with my next Stitch Mania piece. I did stitch quite a bit on Saturday. Yesterday I only did about 2 hours, so not a whole lot of progress yet, but I'm still very excited to be finally stitching on this project. The project I'm talking about is Royal Games number 2 by Mirabilia. Royal Games number 1 I have already finished, I think in 2020. So now I'm stitching on the second one. This queen is completely done and I only need to do this one. With this project, I was really not that much looking forward to getting to stitch on it because the last 2 times I stitched on it, I did not feel this project. But when I started on it for Stitch Mania, I actually felt the project and I actually had a lot of fun stitching on it. So I'm very happy about that. Let me show you a picture of what it looked like last time here. And this is where I got to. So basically I stitched all of this, which is very exciting. I thought a long time about how to tackle this piece, and in the end I decided to just pick the highest color up, not yet stitched, stitch one length of thread and then move on to the next color. Leaving off the beads for now. Not sure how long I'm going to leave them off, but I think if I will have a day where I don't have anything other to do, I might do a few beads that I can already reach. For example, over here there are still quite a few beads missing, so all those holes you see over here are going to be beads. But over here there aren't any yet, so I will stitch a lot more before I get started on the beads. At least that's the plan. But yeah, this is my Royal Games number 2. She or they are stitched on a 32 count white opalescent linen. I'm stitching 2/2 crosses, needleminder from Nanka Designs. And the year-end goal for this one is to finish it. Which means I'm not going to show you any other projects, especially not the ones that will be the next ones I stitch on for Stitch Mania, because I honestly doubt that I will be able to finish this project in a week. Of course, I'm going to try, because I always do, but I don't think I will be able to finish it. So next Monday when I come back, I will have stitched on 4 projects and most likely not have finished Royal Games number 2. Especially because I might drive home to my parents for a few days. Nothing specific planned yet, but that might happen, and then I have even less stitching time. So we'll see about that. But I don't put any pressure on me to finish it anytime soon. I'm just going to stitch on it as much as possible and as much as I like and feel like it, to hopefully finish it soonish. But as I said, not putting any pressure on me. And if for the rest of May I just stitch on Royal Games number 2, that's fine as well. It might happen. The rest of May is only 2 weeks, so it really might happen that I just stitch on Royal Games, and that's fine. But of course I would like to get to some other pieces on the next ones in May, not happening this week. So plans for this week, just to sum it up: Today, half an hour to an hour on Coloring Mountains. Tomorrow, half an hour to an hour on Raven Queen. And Sleepy Hollow as my travel stitching. The rest of the time, Roller Games number 2. That's it. Not super exciting, but I'm still very happy about my stitching and especially about what I did this last week. That was a lot of progress, and I'm very happy about it. So that's been it. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for everyone who commented on basically the last few videos. I'm still in the progress of answering. It takes some time, honestly. But I'm still in the progress of doing that. So, thank you for watching. You're welcome to leave a like, comment, subscribe to my channel. Always welcome to do that. And yeah, as I said, I hope you enjoyed it. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I will see you most likely next Monday. Bye.